dali wenzi open. Eli yuki, huila na payungaki, wikwa kishe dali lawel kund. No lalandam, eli la pikaski pa yushe dali. Kuna hawen ya wen, kuna mastin, akula tena min. In the wiki state yushe dali huila na payungaki, wikwa. No more. What is she?
May I have your attention, please? The ferry will be docking shortly. Thank you for riding the Staten Island Ferry.
Crossing these waters by sail in the 16th century, explorer Giovanni da Verrazzano leaves us the first written account of the land that we will one day know as New York City.
Due to bad weather, he only had a short glimpse of what he described as a very beautiful land, full of tall forests and populated by a friendly, handsome, and clever people.
Later, in 1609, English explorer Henry Hudson made contact with the people of this land and was able to extensively explore the area. Accounts of his voyage tell us of the local people who rowed out in canoes to greet his ship with excitement. In trading, the sailors exchanged knives and beads for Indian tobacco, as well as is described to be a delicious sort of bread made from corn. Begins here. At a powwow, a woman suddenly approaches to anoint my forehead. For clear vision, she tells me. And what do I see? I came looking for the descendants of the Lenape people. The land beneath New York City is their ancestral home, but they are not here. In the north of Manhattan, a rock stands as a monument to a fallen tree. Under this tree, the Lenape held councils and met for trade. Another stone, another faint trace. Where then to look for a lost land? And how to tell the story of the people who once lived off of it?
The scene of the crime was New York's biggest playground, Central Park, an 840-acre refuge from the city's concrete and steel. The accused, a 37-year-old ecologist and nature guide, Stephen Brill, arrested last weekend when a park ranger discovered he was foraging for dandelions.
1, 2, 3.
I got this one. I got it. You pour boiling water over a bunch of black birch twigs. You pull out the root, you wash off the dirt and boil it for 20 minutes. Makes a delicious tea. If you chill the tea and add chilled sparkling water and a sweetener, you have root beer. Here are the flowers, beautiful and deadly. They remind me of my ex-girlfriend.
The ancestors might be surprised to find old friends in this strange landscape.
Well, to be perfectly honest, I had no desire to become an anthropologist as I was growing up. I really wanted to be an Indian. And I wanted to experience what it was like living in this land and being close to nature. Let's eat, Tom. That means let's eat. As a Lenape would say, wooly pukot. Delicious. This is a place where people grew up believing in a world where the trees and the animals could talk and spirits were all around.
Once this land was near the shore of a freshwater pond. In this area, a group of semi-nomadic Lenape people would spend summers growing food crops such as beans, corn, and squash, which are known as the Three Sisters. In the 1800s, the pond was drained, and the area is now home to various government buildings.
I'm standing on the edge of Manhattan Island's ancient western shoreline here at Greenwich Street.
Near where I am standing today, in today's Greenwich Village, was once a place the Lenape called Sapocanica.
Sapo can, or the place where tobacco grows.
Here we can imagine canoes rowing over from a village across the Hudson River called Hoboken, or the land of tobacco pipes. We trade with the locals for the tobacco, which once grew plentifully in the land beneath the nearby streets.
All right. Before the original shoreline was extended out 2 blocks for urban growth, the place I stand would have been near the edge of southeastern Manhattan Island. On this waterfront, the European colonists built a street over piles of pearly shells, left here by generations of Lenape people who ate the once bountiful oysters growing in the water's edge. For this, it came to be called Pearl Street.
At the foot of the old Lenape Trail, I decided to hold a feast made from the gatherings of my journey.
Would you like to try some sarsaparilla? No? Would you like to be in the film for a second? Not interested. Are you willing to try? Sure. Okay, thank you. What's your name? Lee. Lee, all right. Thank you, Lee. To your health.
How you doing, guys?
Hey.
Can't set up camp.
Okay.
We're on the building, but you can't set up camp with no open flames.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm making soup. Native Americans made it here just for a historical film? No? Oh, okay.
No problem with you filming, but considering what you're filming.
Okay. All right.
In the winter, the Lenape withdrew inland to the warmth of the wigwam and to listen to stories from the elders. The Lenape say the Milky Way is a great pathway to the heavens. They say there is a fork in the road, where soul meets guardians in the form of dog spirits. If one has been cruel to the animals in life, they will not be allowed to pass on into the many layers of heaven. At the summit of heaven sits Ki She Le Mukong, he who created the world with his thoughts.